All right, Guardians, welcome to. We're on the opposite side of 50. I think this is what they call midlife crisis. On this episode 51 of Blood, Sweat, and Beers, we're going to talk about taking an L out in LA, an expected L, but a good game played all the same. Unexpected W for Trinity in Lexington, and some lower division news on this episode coming up next.
You're being real bold, assuming that you're going to make it to 100.
That's a fact. All right, so I'm going to keep that in too. All right, so we're going to start off here. Usual housekeeping notes. We're going to do this here at Dollars Guardians on everything. Please follow us. Please follow us. Our YouTube is growing. So is our Reddit. That's also growing. So we want to appreciate everyone who follows us for updates. So at Dallas Guardians on everything. We really do appreciate that. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys out there on Saturday when we take on San Diego.
Yep.
Right? San Diego.
Yep.
Okay. Any other news we want to report on that?
Only that this is the greatest graphic of all time.
Top five.
All
right. So
we're pregame for that one.
Yes.
So
our pregame will be across the street at Roller Town. So we look forward to seeing all you ladies and gents there for that.
$2 off pints and pictures for all members.
For sure. All right, so we're going to start off with record of the day. I got a CD this time, so I got a combo pack. Can't really see it. So this is Mobb Deep. I have all 5 of their albums on this. So we got Infamous. So we got the Infamous, which shook ones, all the good stuff. Hell on Earth. That's the album not very many people know about. That was their sophomore joint. Then we got Murder Music, Infamy. Getaway is one of my favorite songs on that, and then America's Nightmare. This is just the first 5. This is not all of them. There's a couple that were missing. But yeah, so I just thought this was cool. They don't do this for every artist, so this is done through Sony, Legacy Records, which is basically Sony Music. So after a while, they start pumping these out. So if this is a quick way. This cost me $14 for 5 albums, so you can't really beat that. So Mobb Deep, the collection, for all the shook ones. Ain't no such thing as halfway crooks. All right. What do you got today, Hubert?
Shoot, I'll go next. Since we got a little bit more liberal and started calling it physical media was acceptable, I decided to bust out an old N64 classic, Super Smash Bros.
Oh,
yeah.
That's the OG.
Do me a favor. I need you to blow on the bottom of that right quick. There we go.
There we go.
So, genre-defining game. A lot of people think it invented the genre. It did not. I think Rare had one before it, but it's the one everyone remembers. They didn't do it first, but they did it best, and now they're like the main one. Anyway, classic game. Pretty much defined most of the N64. It's what you played your friends in, you'd be like, all right, we're going to settle this on Hyrule Castle or whatever, that kind of stuff. So I played Link most of the time in this one. So that's all I got.
The way we squash beef at my house was go-kart, and everyone's getting the blue shell. Okay, that's what.
I mean, I've got that one over there on the shelf too. I'll bust that one out.
Most definitely.
Man, everybody knows Samus was the best character in the original Smash Brothers.
Fair enough. Also, shout out to 007. They've not made a better game than GoldenEye ever.
Absolutely.
All right,
never.
Dennis, what do you got today?
This is one from the Marcus Crate collection from opening weekend. We got Stevie Nicks. Rockalo.
Nice. Okay.
Can't go wrong with a little Stevie. I mean, this has got some of the old. This is not any of the big cuts here. You got Talk to Me on here. I Can't Wait. If I Were You. This is a great one, and I appreciate you leaving this around to be picked up. But interesting note. This was released in, I believe, 1980. I'm not 100% sure. Can't find the date on this. But Jimmy Iovine is a producer on this. So.
He before he was a bloodsucker of black music. Never mind. We're gonna skip that. All right. Shout out to Jimmy Iovine and what's my other guy that started Def Jam? I mean, I
couldn't tell you.
Yeah, when you talk about exploitation of black music, that guy is top 5.
Russell Simmons.
No, not Russell. Rick Rubin. There we go. Rick Rubin. I always forgot. Rick Rubin produced some really classic early L Cool J, like he did some really good stuff with Def Jam. So I'm not mad at what happened, I'm just mad at the whole music industry. Like the fact that I'm an artist, I create the art, but you get my rights in perpetuity, which is bullshit. Like it's different if you just get a check. You pay yourself for your work you've done. No, you're saying for the rest of this existence. Luckily, with copyright law, I think it's 35 years you get your rights back for your music. So
unless you're Taylor Swift.
We've been screwing over artists from day one.
Well, not really, unless you're the idiots who keep selling their catalog, like Bieber, Britney Spears. They're like, oh, I can just get money right now, and I'm like, or hear me out. You could just live off this for the rest of your life, right? I saw. Speaking of a short note, I saw an interview with a guy who had one hit. I wish I was a little bit taller. That was his only hit. He recorded that in his basement. He owns 100% of that. He gets 6 figures a year off a record that we all make fun of now. And that's the type of shit you need to hold on.
Who makes fun of that? I thought that was a good album.
The album was no. What I'm saying, people look back. You remember when VH1 had one hit wonders, and they always what happened? Yeah, so that's what I mean. But yeah, no, the man makes 6 figures a year off a hit he wrote in his basement by himself. So I wish more people would hold on to their stuff. All right, we're gonna make a quick transition here, gentlemen. I guess we'll jump in with good news first. Well, good news, bad news. If he does well, he's leaving. So whatever we want to call this. So shout out to Peter Musa on another call up here in the March window. These I guess warm-up games because they've already qualified for the World Cup, correct? Yes.
Yep, and these are both in the States. These will be in Orlando. You know, not a long flight, so we're not going to miss him at all. He won't miss any games here for us. So shout out to the Moose for the call up.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how they play them. These are like the final tune-up games, basically. So I think at this point, this is probably your squad. I actually haven't seen what the lineup looks like. Could be wrong. I'm sure there's a team or two out there that are still figuring out their depth. I don't know if Croatia is one of them, though.
Yeah, for sure. But you know, I mean, he's definitely, even if he's not the original 28-man roster, he's the first call for the next guy,
right?
Basically. So shout out to him. I mean, he's really good. He took a risk coming here. I think we can all admit that, and it's paying off for both parties involved, including the fans. So
yeah, look,
Musa.
That's the club FC Dallas wants to be, right? So
yes,
sure.
Yes,
it's who they've been, right? This is the culture here.
Yeah, we've given up on play the youth, at least not our youth. We'll go get other people's youth and play them, but that's besides the point. All right, so we're gonna jump into the game. What are your guys' initial thoughts on the Sun Show in LA? I think we basically locked them down.
What Sun Show?
Not this game. I will say it made me tear up a little bit seeing that what's my guy's name? Crud.
Coast?
Coast had Musa in his back pocket the whole game, and that made me tear up a little bit.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I don't think Coast really did that well. I think Musa was just half step off this game.
To make half of one, or is it 6 of one, half a dozen of the other in that particular instance?
Yeah, although Coast definitely didn't do bad. And if you've watched him recently, he's been wonderful.
The fact that he actually earned that starting job, I actually thought
matters.
They would have sent out, and because like Ryan, I mean, Ryan's an older guy now. Ryan's 33, 34, so he's an off the bench guy now.
Well, keep in mind that's they're playing with they're playing Champions League tonight, either tonight or tomorrow, whenever this comes out. I don't know. But so there's a lot of rotation there too. This is not
right.
This is not Coast getting the lockdown starter job. You know, I'm a big Coast fan myself. You guys know that. Love the dude, but he is not the lockdown starter. There's a lot of rotation in this squad.
He's been doing his job though.
Absolutely, and he got a CONCACAF champion start last time out too. So
right,
he started all 3 of their MLS games. So that's why I'm like, he's definitely their first. You are right. They're rotating a bunch of people, but he's started all 3 of their.
I mean, it's early in the season, right? You're going to see a lot of rotation, and that's how you earn a starting spot, right? You get named to the starting lineup, you hold it down, and then you come back next time, ideally, right?
Yeah, so don't lose the game.
Right.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
All right. So what do we think about the lineup here that FC Dallas ran out there? I think it was basically the same except Valentin started.
Yeah, and they flipped the
Valiente
as well.
Yes,
flip the wing backs. Valiente and Ramiro starting over Kayik and Delgado. So that's the changes from the previous week.
Yep, my main takeaways from this game were Musa looked just slightly off, which happens. You're not going to be on every game. Logan also felt slightly off, although he's still doing some things here and there. Osaze looked a little off to me. I don't think he was bad, but he definitely wasn't the same Oz we're used to seeing. Ibiaga, I thought, stepped way up, which was kind of cool. I think Ibi had a better game than he has in a while, actually. But the big one for me was, holy cow, Bernie.
I want to give we'll get to Bernie. Bernie's going to get, this is Praise Bernie Day. We'll get to him, which is why absolutely. He's the poster. Maybe he should play on the left. Who knew?
Look, Johansson took a while, but he figured it out later.
He's been playing on the right. Yes. On the right. I want to say
doesn't know his left from his right yet. It's okay. We'll get there. Yeah. L.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, just do this and the L. That's the one.
You mean
there you go.
The L that we took from LA. Anyway, so
had to go there.
Yes. Asaze, I think, saved us on multiple occasions. Son tried to do a little step over thing. Again, I'm still worried about that elbow. He's going to run into a short player and elbow him in the face, and I'm worried about that. But also, shout out to Son diving and not calling for it, so at least I can respect him still.
No, I won't respect you. You went down before the even contact happened.
I know, but if he'd have gotten up and done the usual, I would have been pissed. But he did.
He did a small one.
Should have been a red for simulation.
A red for simulation?
What? Oh my god, that's ridiculous.
I'm exaggerating, folks.
Yeah.
No. So we'll start off. So Collodi did great. He got peppered. I think
Collodi had a hell of a game, right? And when you look at the goal that LA got, I mean, that was a gorgeous goal, right? That's one of those sort of tip your cap goals, and there's not much you can do about that. You know, like Marcus said a little earlier, I wish it was a little bit taller. So if Collodi was a little bit taller, maybe he possibly could have got that, but I don't know if that really matters, right? He's got that explosive power that kind of makes up for the lack of height. It's a gorgeous shot, right? Sometimes you're just going to get that. Sometimes that's just going to happen. And that shot was, I think, the difference in shots on goal, right? It was our 5 to their 6, right? So
yeah,
when you look at the numbers, these were two really on paper. These were two evenly matched teams on paper. When you look at this result, LA got lucky with a really great shot, right? And that's what's going to happen. And it didn't come from one of those guys, but that's what's going to happen when you've got guys like Son and Bawanga out there, right? Danny Bawanga is one of those guys that's going to do it. Son's going to do that. In this case, it was somebody else. But when you've got players that can do that, somebody's going to get open and somebody's going to end up with a gorgeous shot. It was an ambitious shot, but goddamn, it was a good shot.
Yeah, look, I think we should be happy with how this team was able to match up against them. And hold their own. I think that's promising. Holding your own against Nashville, also promising.
Right, two of the best, two of the top teams in the league, right? I don't want to say they're the best, right? It's hard to tell who's the best right now, but two of the top.
Obviously, too early, yeah.
Right. And rotation. Two of the top clubs in the league, Nashville and LA, both playing in continental tournaments, right? Two really good clubs stacked, and we gave up 1 goal over
real contenders
against those teams. Yeah, real contenders.
People keep talking about, well, Sam Surge wasn't in. I was like, I don't care.
Right.
Espinoza and Mukhtar were in.
Right.
Come on. So no, I think there's a lot to hang our hat on with this performance. Some negative things up front, but I think they were more like hiccups than anything. We'll see what happens. Again, I want to shout out Ibi. I thought Ibi had a phenomenal game.
Yeah, I was impressed with Ibi's performance here too. He's having a little bit of a resurgence this season. It sucks that it's blocking a guy like Norris and Alvaro behind him, and even Abubakar, who's been getting some minutes. But look, if he's going to be the guy, he's going to be the guy, and we know how much Ibi loves performing when he's out on the West Coast too, right?
Yeah, it's definitely
something about that crisp Pacific Ocean air must just get his nostrils open or something, and just really get him in there and get him going. I don't know.
The wingback switch was interesting to me. I was surprised to see it. Happy to see it, obviously, with the performance we got out of Bernie. I thought it took Johansson a while to get used to being on the opposite side, but I think towards the end of the game, or towards the end of his time, I don't remember if he got subbed off or not. It seemed like he had figured it out.
Yeah. Look, Bernie had a great game, and there's nothing you can take away from him. This is a question now for Quill, right? What do? You've got 3 guys that could play on the right side, and Johansson had a good game on the left, but he's a right wing back, right? That's who he is. That's what he does. He can play a little bit of left. So what's the move here? What happens when you come back? I mean, this might have been Bernie's clearly Bernie's best game of the season so far, 3 matches in, but
Right.
might have been Bernie's best performance in, I don't know, like a year and a half, based on, how he's performed lately.
Shoot from the hip, I'd agree.
Right. Yeah. One of his top performance you could say there's a top 5 all time Bernie performance, probably, without just, without going through game by game and looking at it. But, this is something that we saw Quill doing a little bit in preseason and it's a practices and on the training ground, as we saw this inverted wing back. So when Quill sees that there's an opportunity, I think he's going to capitalize on that. I don't think it helped getting forward. It helped in the defensive here this week. It didn't help as much getting forward. Which look, we can call it what it is. It's lacking, right? We got 3 goals in 3 games and they all came in game 1. So again, playing really good teams, playing really good sides that are playing really important competitions outside of MLS right now too. So not to take away from anything, but now, it's about finding the attack. The defense is settled in. This is what we saw towards the end of last season. The defense settled in, it locked in. Collodi looks good in goal. The back line is holding up well. The wing backs are holding up well. The midfield is solid, could be better, but now there's a big gap between that midfield and the forwards, right? So you've got Logan and Musa up top, and there's just a big gap over there a little bit in between, getting the ball forward. So it's going to be who's going to be able to get that ball forward. Is it Johansson coming in from left or right, whatever side he's on? Is he coming in crossing the ball? Is it Valiente getting in the middle and kind of unlocking the defense a little bit and getting a little bit more forward? Is a guy like Kappa's getting a little bit more forward into a modified wing back or a modified 8 role, if you will? Where is that attack coming from? We know Musa and Farrington have the ability to finish. We know the two of them have really good hold-up play and they have really good link-up play, but it's a matter of getting them the ball in a position where they can attack now, right?
I go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead. I'm rambling on now.
I think the answer is all of those. I don't think there's a reason to pick one, but I think we've already seen that.
You have to pick just one.
The finishing product just hasn't been there just yet. I think we should be really inspired by the chemistry that we already saw a little bit of with Valiente and Musa, especially. I think it's already there. I think it'll develop into something that's exciting. I love what I've seen from him so far. I don't know. I think that connection will come. I think we've already seen the Johansson Musa connection. It just hasn't become consistent yet. And if Bernie keeps playing the way he's playing, well, he'll always be a threat. It was just nice to see what he felt like or what he looked like on the field when things were natural. It felt like he wasn't overthinking, which was fun. I just think we're gonna, do more of the same, and eventually that production will come. I have that much faith in Musa, at least.
This is one of those where you really, wish you could have snatched the point on the road from a
would have been crazy
good team on a busy week for them, but unfortunately it just didn't go our way. But I think these were 2 really, like I said, when you look at the numbers on paper at the end of the game, these feel like 2 really close, evenly matched clubs, and that's not something I thought we'd be saying about FC Dallas compared them to LAFC.
No, certainly not. I think we're all pleased with the performance. Losses suck, whatever it is, but
losses suck, but moral victories, moral victories are for minor league coaches, but
all right, yeah. So shout out to Bernie. I mean, we'll talk shit about you when you're bad, and we'll praise you when you're good. And this was the only thing missing from this performance would have been an assist or a goal. He peppered the goalkeeper multiple times.
That volley, come on, yeah.
So the one thing I will say is a thing that Buzz always said is that you don't want to fix one thing by breaking another, and I think flipping them is fixing one and breaking another. I don't know if Johansson playing out of position is creating a different problem. Valiente, I mean, I saw spurts. Maybe he's not match fit yet, but
he's definitely not.
It did take me about 15 to 20 minutes to realize he was on the field, which is probably not a great thing. So I was like, all right, well, he's working his way in. I did see on multiple occasions them pass around him, which again, issue. Like, we got to feed the guy, which is funny because they did that the week before to Bernie, and then this game they fed him, and look what happened. So, Musa looked off. I'm gonna give Coates some credit for that for sure. Farrington was a non-factor this game, unfortunately, not his fault. I also pointed out, I think it was Hubert, where I was like, I thought Valiente was supposed to be the corner kick taker. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, that was interesting. I think what I ended up landing on is they were going for in-swingers versus out-swingers or something, maybe. I don't know. So, that was weird.
Yeah, so that was what it is. Looking forward to seeing you guys again at Roller Town this weekend for our pregame before we walk in. So come out, $2 off beer. Looking forward to that. We'll talk about some around the league games. Shout out to the Musa Tour, still selling out NFL stadiums. They got 72 in DC.
The Messi Tour? You said the Musa Tour.
Sorry,
I wish the Musa Tour was selling out stadiums.
Yeah.
Wishful
Selling out
thinking on your
stadiums
part?
everywhere but Miami.
But Miami, yeah. So because they're never going to go play in Miami for that. But yeah, no. So these are the results. Obviously, in New York on that small field, putting belt to ass to Poppy. Unfortunately, still love you though, Poppy. Shout out to Toronto. Was it Shallowy getting a goal second game in? So luckily it wasn't against us. Yeah.
Colorado whooping LA was satisfying.
Was absolutely beautiful. Yes, indeed. Shout out to the Galaxy for getting a free win, thanks to the Department of whoever handles visas. So you were probably going to win anyway, but this is just pure cheating at this point. So shout out to them. Anyways, San Diego.
Just something to mention real quick. I know you mentioned NYC beating down Orlando. If you guys haven't seen the videos of NYC's SGs marching down River Avenue and 161st Street into Yankee Stadium, my goodness, what a show they put on. I mean, it looked like the Bronx is burning up there. So
city as a backdrop is so cool. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
like
sure.
just shout out to the Third Rail and everybody up there that's just doing some amazing shit. Like they are building a culture without a stadium right now. So
I want to clear up a thing I said. I said also not selling out in Miami or not doing sellouts in Miami. It's because I know at some point last year they were having trouble selling out their stadium. So
sure. It was a ticket.
They don't play in Miami, so
Fort Lauderdale. They do.
I mean, who cares? We play in Frisco. That's never mattered in American sports.
In 3 more months, they will be in their 27,000 seat stadium. So shout out to them. Gorgeous location right next to a tri-rail station. So that's pretty awesome.
I'm just kidding.
So San Diego comes to town.
I'm jealous of it, is what I'm saying.
No, I know. So San Diego this weekend, Saturday, March 14th, right? If I'm not mistaken. Yes, March 14th. All
Top of the table, San Diego coming in. Another big challenge for this club. So we'll see where that goes.
San Diego's not looked unbeatable, though. So
for sure.
Wales, vagina.
Oh, my God. Shout out to San Diego. Hopefully we can talk to them while we're there about getting Chucky off their books, but whatever. All right, we're going to go south to the Cotton Bowl. Was it 2 versus 3? Yep, 2 versus 3 here. The ladies in maroon got a impressive performance here. Is it stoppage time win? Here,
stoppage time win, and officially the latest game winner in club history, edging out Gracie Bryan's 90th minute game winner from last season.
For sure.
Awesome.
All right, well,
90 plus 6.
Well, Dennis, this is your segment. I know we got a hard out, so I'm gonna let you rock with this. How are the ladies playing? I only saw the highlight packages here.
I mean, this was a goal against the run of play. Lexington controlled the ball, right?
Stole it, man.
That's fine, and I'm happy to steal 3 points on the road, especially at a quality Lexington team. Lexington came out and they were on the front foot the whole way through. They were on the attack. They were ramped up the pressure, and Dallas, who doesn't have the best touch all the time, fell victim to that pressure very, very often. Right, Lexington won the ball back pretty high, pretty often. They got some decent shots off, some not so great shots. McCamey was tested a couple of times. She stood on her head a few times, really stood out. McCamey had a great game. The back line had a great game. Dallas's passing could have been better. Lexington press was great. Their shooting was not so great. And Heather Stainbrook was able to finish in 90 plus 6 with was a ball set up by Chioma from outside the box into the box. A little touch on it from Sierra Hinson. Beautiful dummy by Caroline Swan.
Do you think that dummy was intentional? I thought it was.
I think it was. It looked like something they had been practicing. It's something they had. If you watch some of the earlier clips of the game, they ran some similar plays, not for Stainbrook, but for other players. So it's. Thackeray's tactics are very much I wouldn't call them set pieces, obviously, because it's not a set piece, but he runs plays, right? He's got a playbook and he's got designed runs, and it's a very like offensive NFL type playbook that he runs, right? There's set plays that he runs, and that was one of them that it looked like they were trying to get off a few times. But the run doesn't stop here, right? This is we're within 3 points of Lexington, 4 points of Sporting Jacks
with a game in
now.
hand.
Right. Game in hand. Yeah, Lexington's 4 points with Sporting Jacks. We have a game in hand, but we've got Carolina's behind us, and they've got a game in hand. So there's a lot of makeup to be done here, and DC is coming up on the midweek. Before we jump into DC, you can talk about what you saw here. Maybe throw a rock at it.
Right. Look,
For you,
I
Jesse.
thought it was I guess you got the actual victory. Plenty of stuff to poke at here and be concerned about, but I think the team, like, I hate to steal from Jesse, but the team just keeps getting it done. They get it done. I think Jesse kept saying all that we're saying is give Trinity a chance. And as long as they're clinical, that matters.
Jesse, can you come up with a chant for a song from this century, please?
That's a fact.
Jesse Madness, let's go. But yeah, I don't know. I was half asleep watching this game, so I kept falling in and out of consciousness. Daylight savings time killed me, and I'm not normally even up till noon, so I'm probably not trustworthy on this. Did not feel like we should have won, but you always take a stolen point on the road. Road games work like that sometimes, and you're just happy about it. It still feels like there's chemistry needs to be developed here. Quite a bit of it. I don't quite know what I'm trying to say here, but I think there's a chemistry issue still, and I hope we get that sorted out. I would have liked to see Chioma more in this game, although I understand, wanting to save her the way they did. I don't totally know the tactics yet with this coach. I know they're similar, but he's still doing little things.
Yeah, he started Carolyn Kelly because she was the hot hand, right? She scored the game winner last week in the showdown in the friendly. So riding the hot hand seems to be the way. And Boss is not fully match fit yet, so getting her the start, but her coming out after I think like 75 or is it 65 or 75? I can't remember off the top of my head right now, but Boss coming out and bringing in Allie there. Again, right? Service is needed. The same problem that Allie's had is the same problem Boss had, is that there's not a lot of service.
Yeah, I will say that I was watching the highlight reel yesterday at some point, and I remember looking at the names that I was seeing in front of me, going, oh, wow, there's a lot of talent out there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I guess I haven't taken the step back to take stock of all the players we now have. And, man, if they click at the right time in this final run, it's going to be awesome.
Yep. 11 games left to play. Sealy Strong returns back from national team camp this week as well. So, and Lauren Flynn should be coming off her 1-game suspension for the red card in previous match. So, Thackeray should have a few more options. But DC, while they're sitting in 5th, they have been climbing back up the table here a little bit. They are 5-5-7 on 22 points. They've won 3 in a row. They got a 2-0 win over Brooklyn, which was probably the best result of the spring season as it goes. And they're, not something to take lightly here. Gianna Gorley is their leading attacker. She's got 8 goals so far this season, so that's a big number. When you look around this league, she's sitting towards the top of that group. And the same way Catherine Barry was something that they needed to focus on for Lexington. Gianna Gorley is what they need to focus on this week. They've also got Loza Bera, who has 3 goals in the spring as well. She scored the 2nd goal last week. And then Emily Colton is going to be my 3rd player to watch on this DC squad. She's just a workhorse in the midfield, and they're going to have to run through her. Full match preview should be up by the time this releases, so go check out Third Degree for that. But the Golden Girls go on the road to Rowdy Audi on Thursday and look to steal another 3.
Friday. Isn't it Friday?
Thursday.
Oh, is it Thursday?
Thursday.
Okay. That explains
Thursday,
why
6 p.m. Central Time.
2 calls from Trinity.
My app said Friday.
Today.
My God, I'm glad you said something.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Thursday.
So see you guys on Thursday. Like I said, Trinity is trying. I don't know who their new ad person is, but they're definitely putting in some work.
And I believe the watch party is again at White Rock Brewery. So
White Rock Brewery.
All right, so we're gonna into the river from White Rock.
Oh my God. Anyway, all right.
I think they proved that you can't.
That's
okay.
Yeah.
They proved that you can't.
All right.
Rock and roll.
Okay, give me a second here. Frozen. All right, so we're gonna jump in here to the kit talk. We're gonna do NWSL. Can you guys still hear me?
We can hear you.
Yes.
Okay, so you can hear me, but can't. Nothing's happening on my screen.
Nothing's
All
happening.
right, so yeah. All right, give me
It's
one.
like most days with you, Marcus. We can hear
There
you, but
we
nothing's
go.
happening.
All right, so there we go. This is the NWSL kits. But I'm gonna pull up something else so you guys can see it.
I was gonna say, you're gonna zoom in on these so my old ass can see anything here other than smudges.
Oh my goodness. Get some glasses, sir. Get some readers, old man. Okay, so we're gonna jump in here. Okay, remove. We're gonna jump into stage. Relax. All right, so here we go.
Here we go.
We're gonna scroll down.
There
We're
we
gonna start.
go.
We're gonna start off with Angel City.
Fucking kidding me over here. I got props ready to go. Look at that.
Yeah, so Angel City.
Showbiz.
I don't know what it is. DoorDash sponsor. Really nice kit. Sunbeam kind of thing they got going on here.
Yeah, it's like a little sunburst thing. I like this kit. I think it's well done. I hate center crest, but that's a hill I die on. That's a whole other thing. If you're gonna do it, this is a good way to do it.
Look, one thing I will preface this this whole segment with is that the three of us are not the target audience for these jerseys. Okay, these kits, we are not the target audience for them. I like a few of them, but this is very much the new thing that we are seeing, especially in the women's game right now. It's very fashion forward. You're seeing a lot of, and Trinity's doing this too. They got some influencers coming in and be like, "This is how you style your jersey for game day," right? And so it's very much that this fashion forward, targeting young women, right? Not so. The three of us are really not the target audience here.
Don't say targeting young women.
Sorry, wrong podcast. Well, the target demographic that they want to purchase these jerseys are largely, far and away, Gen Z and Gen Alpha, young women who are invested in the game, and that's how you get them invested in the game, right? So lots of, like I said, lots of fashion styling and how you do that. So keep that in mind. But I will say this is a kick-ass jersey.
This is a Mexico kit.
Are we going to get back to criticizing these jerseys? No, I'm saying anyway.
This is a Mexico kit.
Is it? You think with some green and black, it just would fit in right?
Yeah,
green,
but
black,
I like
and red. Sorry.
Yeah, I think it's a good kit.
All right, Bay City. I mean
Bay FC. Bay City. Something else.
So here we go. What do you guys think?
Bay City Rollers.
I think my only real complaint about this is I like that people are using alternate logo stuff.
Yeah,
just letters just doesn't quite do it for me.
Me as well.
Yeah, BFC is not. I don't know.
Yeah, this could be Boston FC for all these though. But yeah, just shout out to them.
The color's interesting. It kind of looks like an old Barcelona kit or something.
It looks like a kit. It's supposed to be like a paint swatches. Like
it's nothing special.
Yeah. So
yeah, this is not one of the best that the league has produced so far this year.
It's fine. That's about all I got.
All right, so let's scroll down. Oh my god.
We're frozen. And we're stuck on a Lexus advertisement. Contact your local Lexus dealer for current offers.
With the pursuit of happiness. I don't know. All right.
Was that Lexus, the pursuit of happiness, or is that something else?
Yes, it's Lexus.
I have no idea, but Marcus can edit, so I'm not.
Marcus is having technical difficulties here. No, we should leave this all in.
Oh, this is definitely staying. All right. There we go. All right. So Boston, speaking of which, this actually looks like something you would buy from TJ Maxx.
Yeah. This looks like something that is going to be on the shelf at TJ Maxx for about $12.
What's it supposed to be?
No, just prints, just random prints all over the jersey.
It looks like a themed kit or something.
Maybe it's something in Boston that we don't know.
There's got to be a theme here I'm missing, or they just took a swing. I'm not a fan. The colors are fun. That's about all I can really say about it.
At first,
your soccer ball looks like a dice.
Yeah, I thought this was going to be. At first, when I first saw this, I thought this was like an autism awareness kit or something.
Fair enough.
It feels like that sort of thing.
There you go. Then we got Chicago Star.
This is hard. I like this.
This is a very old school looking kit. My only complaint is the advertising cutting through the middle.
Yep.
I like it. I think it's
it doesn't look as bad on when you actually on the players as it does, just like laying flat.
And then here is Summit. Whenever the picture eventually loads.
I'll tell you what the blank you have here is just as good as what this
I was
kit
gonna
was
say. Yeah. It feels like a kit from a few years ago to me.
Yeah.
That's all I got. I like that it's got like a textured pattern to it. I hadn't seen that before. When I looked at it, that's something. I don't know. It's fine. I honestly, they're as boring as the Trinity kits.
My biggest issue with this kit, they're selling it for 250 United States dollars.
They have to fund their new stadium, guys. I don't know what to tell you. What do you think about Houston?
What is the building?
I think it's their landmark downtown. I don't remember.
I thought this was like a Coney Island kit. I thought this was like a Brooklyn FC kit for a second.
I'm not a fan of.
Is that not the Wonder Wheel in the background?
Approach, but I think they did a good job with it.
I don't think so.
If I like that kind of kit, I'd be into it. But personally, I'm not into it. But I do think it's a good kit.
This kind of matches the theme that Houston's doing with the men's kit, right?
Yeah,
that kind of city map vibe.
I like the soccer ball Saturn thing. Looks pretty cool.
I mean, well, there you go.
Soccer ball Saturn. Oh yeah, okay.
I kind of like that.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Look, Houston's got great colors. That's the biggest thing.
Kansas City.
Is that supposed to be the river?
I think so. They do. The rivers are big in their marketing for sure.
Yeah. I mean, it's Kurt. It makes sense. I think it's a solid kit. The colors pop real nice.
I bet this looks sick. If they've got some like black lights for goal scorers or something else like that.
I'm sure they got something like that.
I bet they've got some light show that goes along with this. That's probably going to look sick in stadium. Not mad at this though. This is an NWSL kit for me.
I will say I'm getting more like jellyfish vibes than I am actual water.
Sure.
Mighty Current. Okay. All right.
Good enough kit.
This is Dennis's people. There you go.
I got to tell you, this looks way too much like all the weird kits that the Revolution been putting out lately.
Yeah, this is not for me. Although I do like how it looks from the back way more than it does from the front. Like the white patch with the shoulders. I like the colors here. Right, like blue and orange goes great if you're a Mets fan or a Knicks fan and you want to carry over some of that NYC gear. But I don't know. This is not for me.
Yeah,
honestly, I'm glad because that means I don't have to buy a new Gotham kit this year.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of it. It's fun to try to get landmarks in. I'm sure people feel differently about Lady Liberty in New York, but right now anything that's super American feels oppressive.
Nah, Lady Liberty is not American; it's New York.
I think people outside New York would disagree with you.
Yeah, I was like, it's French, but
don't call me American. I'm a New Yorker.
Anywho, all right. So yeah, North Carolina.
Is that a plant? Is that like a vine thing?
Yes, I don't know why. Is this a big North Carolina thing? Maybe it's their national
tobacco.
Actually, they look like fly eaters. The
Venus flytraps?
Yeah,
that's native to Carolina.
Esse quam video. What's somebody fill me in? What's the Latin here?
Some Catholic person tell me. I don't know.
Anyway, I actually like this kit. I think it looks cool. I think it'll look good in the street, and I think it'll look good on the field. I like that one.
The blue void with traditional floral patterns and vapor green. This kit before we there's a little bit of info about this kit. So before we critique this, and scroll down, Marcus. What's the name? It's the Unity kit. Is that what they're calling it?
I think so. Yeah.
Well, this kit is in honor of the anniversary of the Pulse nightclub shooting in Orlando. And this is a Unity kit. I think well, it says Unity, or I think they called it the Unity kit. But there's a story behind this kit about it being about uniting Orlando and the memory of the Pulse nightclub shooting and what that community means to this club and to this city. So
when you say that, my first question is how.
I'm sure there's a kit explainer that goes into a little bit more depth, but this is what it was designed for.
It's a pride color. It's a pastel instead of the regular rainbow. So
yeah, I don't think they pulled it off. I do like the lavender though. I like the lavender. I don't think pastels work great on a jersey. They end up just looking, especially with this many colors, they end up not looking like those colors on the field. It's poor stadium design.
And then lastly, I think Thorns, because I know.
Speaking of pastel colors, I think they actually did the pastel look a little bit better, especially with the bright and I guess this isn't really pastel, but they're whatever light colors, but I do think the bright shorts and the bright socks kind of kick this off a little bit and make it look a little bit different, and then makes the green pop a little bit more when you got that bright whatever pinkish orange accent that is. I'm sure there are names for these colors, but
I'm gonna call this the strawberry rhubarb kit. I don't think that green's gonna pop on the field though.
Strawberry rhubarb.
You could even see it in one of those the not touched up picture. It comes
made
off
in
as yellow.
Lowville. I think I might buy this one just because it says
Louisville?
made in Lowville on it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're doing roller town type joints. I'm not mad at this. Shout out to our sponsor.
Is that not the Boston kit just sort of like thrown in the wash?
Oh my god, no.
I'm not a fan of
Pretty
this style of
basic.
kit, although I think they did a good job with it.
Which
This
one,
might be the
Louisville?
best kit in the league. This might be the best kit in the league this year. San Diego
Yeah.
does it really well.
And yeah, for
Boring.
sure. I'm not mad at that. I think
Whoa, slow down. Let us talk about these.
no, we gotta go. We gotta go. Chop. What about the rain? I actually like this one.
I don't know
purple.
what the pattern is, but I think it works.
I think I don't know what it is either.
I think
Too
the
purple
texture
for my
is really
liking.
Nice.
Is it purple or is it the light blue?
Is it blue and black or is it gold and white?
That's a fact.
You'd have to
Yes,
give me a not touched up image. None of these are
that
unedited.
that. Ooh, here we go. All black. What do we have here?
I'm sorry, you can't convince me. You couldn't give me a jersey to wear this as America First across the front of it.
It's America
Other
First
than
pretty good.
other than the advertiser, I do think this looks really cool.
The
That's a
Queen
fact.
Bees. I do like that sentiment. Salt Lake is the bee city.
It is interesting
Queen
to have
Bee with
Queen
a
Bee, but you
lion.
got a lion. Yeah, that's
an interesting, but I think that's it. Nope. Oh, we got
Yep.
one more. What is this?
This might be the best.
This is the big swing and a miss to me personally.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I know they're
Crazy.
I know they're
You're
going
crazier
with
than
Cherry-
10 crazy people put together.
Because
I know
from
they're
20
doing-
feet away, this looks like nothing.
I know, yeah, they're going for cherry blossoms, but he's right.
Which do you guys not remember the MLB kit from a couple of years ago
This
when the
looks like
Nationals
a
did their cherry
poorly-
blossom kit?
This looks like a poorly printed jersey. It looks like the
Yeah.
printer messed up printing it. And
Oh
the
my
shorts don't do anything to help it.
Oh my goodness! All right, that is it, gentlemen. That
I
is
love
it.
the
difference
cherry
of
blossom
opinion.
branding. I don't think they nailed it.
That is a dramatic difference of opinion.
All right, we're gonna run through some USL stuff. So Dennis, you can pop off. Thanks for your time, sir.
Peace out, guys.
we
You know how I
will see
feel
y'all
about the
next week.
USL.
Yeah,
I hope they get their shit together.
hopefully, indeed. All right, man. Later.
See y'all next week.
All right. So we're gonna do some USL talk.
Let's do it.
So with all the nonsense that happened this week,
Yeah,
you know, we were
hard to remember
unsure.
that there were actual games played.
Yeah. So I mean, I watched most of them. Not most. Let's say I watched 6. So we got some results in. Hide that. So at first, so we'll talk about the first game, Commonwealth Cup. They're leading off with in my opinion, their best game.
It was a
either
good
played
game.
them-
Yeah.
So we're doing. So the Union decided that they're going to play. There's also a game tomorrow, and we're not quite sure. They said they would reevaluate after talks, but there's a game on Wednesday, so I guess the soonest they can make a decision is probably Thursday for the
Yeah, I
weekend.
mean, at this point, we just wait and see, right?
Yeah.
Enjoy the
So-
games as they happen.
Yeah, so they did the Commonwealth Cup, great game, sold out. 80. This stadium only fits 7,500 seated, but they sold 8,300. So there were a lot of people
plenty of
who
standing
weren't
room.
watching the game, right? So, so shout out to them. I mean, Louisville. I know not Louisville, Lexington. I know there's a lot of people wondering if that's a city big enough to manage a team. They've hit sold out multiple times last year, and I think starting off with a sellout probably means they're going to hit it several times this year too. So it's one of
Atmosphere
those
was
things
great.
where, yeah, if you, I kind of wish they could get some of those people would come out for the women's game, but you know, it's
Lexington was the team that was bundling their season ticket, right?
yeah. So they have it's a one pass, so you can buy all of the men's season and the remainder of the women's season. So
But the main issue, at
basically-
least initially, was that you couldn't just buy one or the other, right?
no, you could always buy one or
Okay.
the other.
Got it.
But they realized that again. So this is why when people are like, "Is Atletico going to sell more than Trinity?" Unfortunately, in the society we live in, the answer to that is a definite yes. For reasons that are, you know, misogynistic or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, so they did a deal, which I think is their attempt to try to get more people in. is that by the time by the fall, or is it spring season for the women's team, it's the start of the men's season. So you might as well, while you're selling men tickets, say, hey, we have 11 games left. You can add this on for like an extra $150 or whatever the pass is. I don't know how well it's working because we saw obviously this was a makeup game, so obviously I'm not holding them to any attendance figures here.
Yeah, the attendance was horrible for that one, but I haven't been keeping up with it.
Yeah, so Super League needs to do something. I don't know what it is. Obviously, NWSL can sell tickets, so obviously Super League can sell tickets, and they're not competing with each other because they don't play in the same markets. So yeah, but shout out to the USL players. Again, we're on your side. We want a resolution. It seemed like some progress was made just right before the season started, so I think that gave them a little bit of the impetus to play these games. I know there's some other stuff going on. I think now that we're getting down to the crux of it, I think part of this is that they're trying to change the structure of the way USL operates. I think some revenue sharing might end up coming from this, which is long overdue. Because you have teams paying upwards of $5-10 million for a franchise, and we don't know where that money goes. Right? It's not going into production costs because, again, speaking of production, Brooklyn, change your fucking cameras back to the other side.
By the way, rough production across all American soccer this week.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, even everything. Apple TV was not great. Yeah. But yeah. So Brooklyn, I don't know if you saw this. Brooklyn moved their camera to the other side of the field. So instead of being in the outfield, you're looking through the net for 90% of the screen, and this is stupid. Like, do not do that again. That is the reason Brooklyn is not getting any nationally televised games, because that would look very bad.
Yeah, that was horrific.
So don't do that again. Anyway, we'll review the games here. So Commonwealth Cup, really great. Lexington went up 1 early. Their tagline is the year of the horse. They're really going in, spending a lot of money. Got former Louisville guys, former MLS guys. They've spent quite a bit of cash flow. Not on transfers, because most of the transfers were free, but on salary at this level, they're spending a lot of money. They want to make a run for it. Losing to your hometown rival on the first day, it's obviously man. That's not make
really
or break.
Sucks.
But shout out to them. Charleston, 2-0, really good game against the champions.
Yeah, watching the Riverhounds fall game 1. That's something.
Yes. Jacksonville, shout out to them. Another Super League team that joined.
Starting the opposite of their women's team.
Yeah. 20,000 plus, or sorry, 10,000 plus in the stadium. Again, their camera points out into their suites. So it's not like it looks empty, because you do see people on the other side, but it does look like this is a weird thing.
Yeah, visually it doesn't make sense. I guess no shame getting beat down by Hartford. At least that's a good club. But
yes,
3-0 at home, game 1. Yeesh.
And it's funny, it escalated really late. It was 0-0 in the 70th minute, then it was 1 in the 80th, and then 2 back-to-back. So I think they kind of collapsed near the end there.
Yeah, it'll happen.
Obviously, it's an interesting team. I think Scottish coach, and they brought in quite a few foreigners for that. So maybe it'll take them some time to meld. They didn't look terrible. An absolute sitter was missed. I don't remember what the guy's name was. Right across field, him and the goalkeeper are the only people there, and he swung with his right foot and it hit his left foot. So that's how bad it was. And then it kind of went downhill from there. Shout out to San Antonio. I will be at a match next month.
I will definitely be at a handful of San Antonio games this season. I got friends down there.
Yeah, so San Antonio and Corpus, I'm making at least one of those individual games.
I own a couple of
is too far, so we're not making that trip.
Yeah, I own a couple of San Antonio kits. I should really wear them on this more often. I'll definitely get out to El Paso. I got plenty of family out there. I like the locomotive.
Yeah, so shout out to them. It'll be nice when San Antonio has a closer in-town rival, 5-6 hour drive up the street, or less.
Not ideal, honest. Yeah, not ideal right now.
Dallas, and then obviously in 28 we're expecting Oklahoma as well. So Tulsa, Oklahoma, Dallas, San Antonio, all along the same strip of road is going to be pretty awesome. Although Tulsa is kind of diverted slightly off, but within,
Close
from
enough.
here, 6 hours from Dallas is Tulsa. So it's 4 and change to Oklahoma City. So that will help quite a bit, especially with attendance, playing them at least once a year. Any other things? San Sacramento, another team that went and got was a Canadian national team member, MLS. 6-year starter for an MLS. Michael Anthony Kay, I think is the name.
Yeah, Mark Anthony Kay. Yeah.
They got what's the Houston player? Romo something another. Can't remember his name. Houston academy player who played with the. Yeah, it's not ringing. It's off the top. Anyways, just saying that they also have letters of intent. Obviously, with their 15,000 seat stadium coming in, I think their owners are going to make another shot at going to MLS. Their owners are rich. I don't know if they're $300 million buy-in rich. At least they would have the stadium already, so that's half the battle.
I mean, yeah, at the end of the day.
But yeah, they've definitely did they spent some money. I think they're going to try to make another Open Cup run. This might be the year. It's a really wonky year. This might be the year a USL team wins this thing and gets a CONCACAF Champions League berth.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
So that would be nice. Brooklyn, obviously they got the dub. I think just north of 4,000 people showed up. So that's, shout out to them. They're doing what they need to do. So shout out to USL Championship for getting underway. I know people are all worried. We've had a couple of labor issues this year. I know the EHNL, so third division of hockey, they had some labor issues. They had a short strike or non-playing. They got a deal done. WNBA is in the process of working out a CBA. Their season doesn't start for another 30 days, give or take, but we'll see how that works out. So, and again, as I pointed out with someone, the fact that MLS is changing their calendar means that the CBA will expire in the middle of the season in 28. Now, it's an easy fix. The union can just agree to run the current deal until the end of the summer, and then they could just start negotiation that way. So, yeah, it's labor issues, especially in America. In countries where you have universal healthcare, stuff like healthcare is not a thing you have to negotiate with.
Right.
I think universal healthcare would help unions so much because so much of union energy is going into, hey, are you going to offer healthcare?
Right.
If we could just take stuff like that off the table, or if we had a workable retirement plan, stuff like that, we wouldn't have to negotiate. We could negotiate like actual important things. But it is what it is.
Yeah. Instead, you gotta try to not die.
Pretty much. So we're gonna move over to USL 1. I don't know if you saw any of these games.
I did not catch any USL 1. Yeah.
The big one for me was the Sarasota Paradise Boise. So they had both newcomers play each other. Sarasota plays in a really small stadium. Unfortunately, it's only a little over 3,000 seats. They got 2,700 in there. It looked really good. It sounded really good.
Yeah, small's not bad. The atmosphere is what matters, right? At this point.
Yes, for sure. Although I will point out that even watching that game, apparently everyone, I'm going to blame the American Outlaws. Apparently every supporters group has the exact same set of chants, just replacing your team.
Well, you don't like American hegemony?
I mean, here's the thing.
I'm just kidding.
You could look at it two ways. You could be like, oh my God, there's nothing original. And then you could be like, no, it is original. It's so original that basically the entire country follows the exact same thing. So shout out to them. Apparently Boise sent 30, give or take, people.
That's cool.
Now, some of that was probably staff in the supporter section, but it was quite a raucous vibe. So shout out to them. I think it was a 1-0 loss. Looking forward to Boise opening their building on May 2nd. So they have a couple more. Again? 6,300 standing room to 75.
Gotcha.
So I think they'll hit 75. They'll sell that bad boy out. Obviously New York and Hearts of Pine play this week. That's the one I'll be watching at.
I think a lot of people will be watching that one.
Yeah, I mean, I looked at tickets. They still have quite a few to sell. Now, obviously, walk up will be a thing. Stadium holds 7,500 seated. So hopefully they can hit that. The USL 1 record. Yeah,
those two teams should have a problem selling out a stadium. So
yes, I know Hearts of Pine will definitely bring down probably 300-400 people. Well, let's say 100 people minimum. But the USL 1 attendance record is with One Knox last year in the final where they sold. They say 7,500, but I think that's for the fire marshal. I'm pretty sure there were more people in that building. Same thing with the Tulsa game I went to for the final. It's like, yeah, I think y'all stopped counting a while ago.
You can get away with that at a certain level. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah.
And I think that was it. Corpus did not play, obviously, because the way the schedule works out, a team will be off on each of these leagues every week because there's
Right.
25
So annoying.
championship and 17 League One. So yeah, I'm looking forward to Corpus starting away next.
Let's hope that they learn to put out a points per game thing and not just the points like the Super League has not done.
I mean, it's enough teams where it won't matter. 9 teams, it matters. 17, it's kind of hit or miss. But yeah,
I suppose you're right.
Yeah, shout out to League One. Obviously, they'll run into their CBA issues at the end of the 27 season. But for right now, they're good to go. Fort Wayne had a couple of winter storms, but they say they're still on schedule to open their venue on time, end of May. So shout out to them. Hopefully that happens. But like I said, next week I'm looking forward to the third return. I think we're counting now. Third return of the New York Cosmos against the new kid on the block, the new hipster product of Portland Hearts of Pine. Corpus Christi making their League One debut away at One Knox, I think. I'm still worried about their stadium. I will be there on May 2nd. So if that building's not ready, I'm gonna talk mad shit.
You're gonna go protest?
Oh, I'm gonna be upset. Like I've sent multiple emails. I've had people go and look for the stadium, so I'm also upset about that. And obviously Boise, their home opener. So obviously the new kids, the 5 new teams, looking forward to that. And the progress. Omaha moving to a soccer specific college stadium. So shout out to them. They're moving out of
all the caveats. But yeah, good.
I mean, it's a bigger stadium. Stands are only on one side.
It's a good move. I'm not actually making fun of it. It's just funny.
Yeah, it's a college soccer specific stadium, which is not a bad thing. Some of these colleges take their soccer
there's
really
some
serious.
good college stadiums, man.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna not remove this. All right, so we're gonna do just a few USL kits additional kits that came out, and we can talk about that. So we did One Knox last week. I don't know if you remember it. It was the blue with the One Knox colors through the middle, and I think that was their away. So this is their home. Or wait, no, white is away.
White would be away usually, but sometimes you flip it weird. Yeah,
so
I think they did a good job with this, doing the laminar thing.
I really like this. This is actually a college shirt I would just wear.
Yeah, I think this looks nice. Although it kind of looks like a golf polo to me when I really think about it.
That's what I'm saying. Like this is a shirt I would just wear.
Yeah. It's
So,
not bad. I think they've incorporated the sponsor well. I think I think they got a good set of 2 kits.
Yeah, so I might buy this depending on some clearance.
I'm not brave enough to wear that much white.
I mean, if you,
I'm too messy.
Fair enough. All right,
so that's a me thing.
Yeah. So we have Greenville Triumph with I think these might be goalkeeper kits. I just saw them pop up on their Facebook, and I'm like, these are not bad. I think those are magnolias or some kind of.
I was about to ask you those
flower. Yeah, I think so. I mean, Carolina, I think so, right? That'd be
that whole area. These are simple. Putting the pattern sublimated like that, the flower is a nice way to keep them from being boring. Yeah, I think it's good execution.
Yeah, yes, indeed. This one I'm definitely buying because it looks like an Arsenal kit.
Very Arsenal looking. But it is also kind of a classic Richmond look, right?
Yes,
like it's very classic Richmond.
Yes, Richmond kickers since 1993, continuous.
Kept it from being boring with a little triangle pattern. I think they did a good job with this.
Lots of collars this year.
Yeah.
Not mad.
Hummel, because I'm seeing a lot of Hummel.
I think it is Hummel. I think that's a Hummel run. But I'm not mad at it. But I was like, this is a lot of collars.
No,
this one, if I can find this on sale, if they start clearancing at the end of the season, I will definitely cop one of these. And then we have the Miami FC with the turquoise colors. I'm not mad. It's a lot.
I want to see this one in person because these images always make them look way better than they are when they're like this kind of thing. But just far from the hip, I think it's interesting. I think it's cool. How that pattern pops in person will make or break it to me.
Indeed. What?
I love that crest. It's so retro. It's so
they need. I'm hoping they redesign it. All right, so we got the Tampa Bay Rowdies.
I mean, this is very on brand for them, right?
Yes, it's pretty much the same.
It looks like a Tampa Bay Rowdies kit. a little boring, except for the sleeves. But I think they're sticking with their branding is what they're doing here.
Indeed.
What do you think of that one?
Tampa Bay. I mean, it's the same thing. The stripes, green. And this is the thing. If you have a kit and you have something that's unique, stick to it as much as possible. Make
Yeah, I'm
slight
with you
changes,
all the way. Yep.
but marketing. But yeah, this is Rhode Island. This is their ice kit or whatever it is. There's little lightning stripes in the middle. I'm not mad at this. I want to see how it actually fades in person.
Yeah, same.
But,
Same. It's always so hard to tell.
Yeah,
I'm getting Mexican kit for some reason.
this?
I don't know why I'm getting Mexican League kit out of this.
actually, now that I think about it, this might be the one Capelli kit I like.
I like it though. Yeah,
So,
I like it.
all right. Did we do Loudon last week? No, right?
I
think
don't
we did.
remember. I don't think so. I don't remember seeing.
Did we do these?
Yeah, I don't think we did them. I don't
Yeah.
think there's enough teams doing the center stripe thing.
Yeah.
So I always like to see more of it.
Yeah.
Have Loudon been doing that?
So a couple of their old kits do have this. So this is kind of consistent with them.
Yeah.
So Loudon is one of them teams. So they used to be a DC United product. Now they're run by a big
Right.
academy in the area. Their attendance actually went up, which I'm assuming was just them selling tickets to their academy and parents and stuff like that.
Now they're in a bookstore. What's happening here?
I have no idea. This, it's one of those like, hey, we're gonna do a photo shoot.
I mean,
show up
it's a
here.
fun aesthetic to have in the background. Anyway, to the actual kit, I can't tell what the pattern is in the stripes. Can you? What is that?
I have no idea. No.
That doesn't
I mean,
matter really. No,
Yeah.
I think it's a good executed kit. Too much white for my taste, but that's me.
I'm gonna show you the laziest kit. Wait, did we show Fort Wayne last week? I don't know, but this is the
I think we
laziest
did.
kit.
Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, I was so disgusted with this. I'm like,
Nah,
come on, this is not even trying. This is
You know-
literally off the shelf.
What's worse about it to me is
What?
that you just look like wolves.
But a shitty
And
version.
who wants to look like wolves right now?
All right, we're gonna do one more. I know we did not do New Mexico, but they always have something funky going on there.
Yeah, I mean they're doing their thing. I see what they were going for.
Yeah.
I think plenty of people will buy it because it's got that unique feel to it. I don't think it's a good kit.
It's not bad. I mean, I think they might be the only Puma at this division. So
Yeah, I like how
that's them
obnoxious
being
it
different.
is, and that's on brand for them. So
Yeah,
you do you at that point.
But yeah, shout out to them. I'm hoping that those fucking NIMBYs in New Mexico stop holding up their stadium.
Yeah.
A really
and
nice,
look,
yeah.
on the field, this is just going to look like yellow and black stripe anyway. So
Yeah, so from far away, it won't make a difference. Like it's only up close.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, New Mexico is one of the teams I think can be very successful. Albuquerque is a upper medium sized city.
Yeah,
and
it's not
MLS
small.
MLS is never going there, so this is something lower division can conquer easily.
They've got a great supporters culture there too. I mean, it's a good club.
Yeah, for sure.
I can't say many more nice things about them because I'm too closely connected to El Paso. So
fair enough. I mean, but again, close rivals are necessary. But yeah, no, shout out to New
Absolutely.
Mexico. Hopefully, you get your stadium thing situated.
Shout out to New Mexico for knocking FC Dallas out of the Open Cup a few years back.
They've always been a quality team.
Yeah.
I mean, they average 9,000-10,000 a season, so like revenue's coming in. I saw an interview with a guy where he explained how much money it costs them to convert that stadium every time, and they're like, they're like, that's why we need a stadium. It doesn't even matter how small the stadium is, because I think when they had plans out, it was for 12, and now they're trying to redo the plans to add an extra 3,000 seats. And I'm like, good luck, because if you think about architects when they make a thing, it's for the thing I'm making.
Yeah,
it's
not meant to be. It's not supposed to be changed.
Yeah, if I add 3,000 seats, I got to change 6 other things to make that work out here. So, but yeah, it's it's fun. It's not abandoned. It's at a fair lot where they hold the largest air balloon show in the world.
Right.
But the neighbors are saying, even though that air balloon show carries almost 100,000 people to that area every year, they say having 12,000 people for 14 weekends is going to be too burdensome. So yeah,
that's classic stuff, really.
Anyway, but yeah, thanks for coming out, man. This was pretty good. I'll get this edited. Sorry about my internet issues. Spectrum, get your shit together.
Man. Yeah, these things just
AT&T,
happen.
you're not much better for the 1 gig I'm paying for you. Like you should be doing better. Fuck, I might as well get Starlink at these prices.
You don't want that in the summer when the storms roll through.
That's an absolute fact. I mean, the upside is if I don't put it on the roof, I can just move it whenever I need to.
Yeah, it is what it
no,
is.
go ahead.
No, I was gonna go into conversation about Starlink, but that's pointless right now.
No, fuck Elon. Elon is so annoying that he makes me dislike things I originally liked. Right?
Right?
Solar
It's a
panels. I
nightmare.
like. Now the upside is there are competitors that I don't have to use your shit. So thank God for that. If this was like 5-10 years ago, if I wanted
it
an
would have been a
electric
nightmare
car,
to, yeah.
it has to be you or a Nissan Leaf of all fucking things. Now I got options coming out of the ears. So, but anyways, thank you, gentlemen. Hubert, you're the only one here.
I guess just
thank
me. Yeah.
thank you everyone for listening. I really appreciate that. We hope to see y'all this weekend on the 14th at Rollertown for us against San Diego. Hopefully we can pull a Trinity and carry one at the death. Is Musa going to be gone for this or no?
I don't think so. I don't think we're gonna miss him for any games actually.
So I think so it's a midweek game for him, so he can just play it. All right, cool.
I don't remember the exact details, but we'll figure that out.
For sure. I mean, this will be an opportunity for all the Farrington fans to see whether or not he's so much better and he can carry the team without Musa. So don't worry about selling him. Those people, whatever you're smoking, give me your supply.
I would like to remind everybody that Trinity plays on Thursday, not Friday, like some of the apps say. They play on Thursday, 6 p.m. There'll be a watch party at White Rock Brewing. The Unstable will be out there, and the team will be out there, I think. So,
yeah, Dallas Trinity. Let me tell you what will help your attendance issues. Midweek games at 6 p.m. Let me tell you. All right. Support local soccer. Support local brewery. Rollertown and Pedicolos, obviously our sponsors, are our go-to. Community, our former sponsor. No love lost. Still love those guys. Go ahead and show some support. Again, we'll see y'all this weekend at Toyota Stadium. Peace.